The traditional dress of the Mongols has a rich history spanning many centuries. It's closely connected with the Mongolian way of life and the country. The costumes of elderly people are, as a rule, modest and plain. The female dress shows differences between the attire of girls and that of the married women. One of the most colorful and original items of Mongolian national dress is the traditional headwear. The Mongolian headdresses differed in shape and purpose. There were hats for the young and old, summer and winter for men and women, holidays and ceremonies, and fashionable and everyday hats. Women's holiday headwear was noted for its original and richness of adornment. It consisted of a holiday silk and velvet hat and a complete decorative set for the hair. The lower part of the hat was made from velvet and the upper part from red silk. The hair holder was covered with coral, pearl, and mother pearl. The talkham balt was a headdress usually made of silver and studded with precious stones and semi-precious stones. Women's hats were more fashionable than men's, and the ribbons on them were decorated with turquoise. The del is a loose calf-length tunic made of one piece of material. It has long sleeves, a high collar, and buttons on the right shoulder. Each ethnic group living in Mongolia has its own individual del, distinguished by its cut, color, and trim. These distinctions go unnoticed by foreigners but are obvious to Mongolians. There are basically three types of dels, each worn during a particular season. The dan del is made of light, bright materials and is worn by women during the late spring and summer. The tirlik is a slightly more padded version in both women and men. The winter del is more serious. It's padded tunic lined with sheepskin or layers of raw cotton. These Mongolian boots are also a special part of the traditional Mongolian costume. The toes of the boots are upturned, and several explanations have been offered for this unconventional style. If boots had upturned toes pre-1578, when Buddhism was introduced to Mongolia, then this would be an example of religion using indigenous customs, beliefs, and etc. to support and advance their own religion. Another explanation is that the upturned tip prevents a rider's feet from slipping out of the stirrups. However, it's also true that boots are so thick and rigid that if they were flat, they would almost be impossible to walk in. These hefty boots are still worn in the capital city of Ulaanbaatar and are particularly popular in the countryside. The boots are tall boots made from the thick, unbending leather bulgar, and the tops are decorated with leather appliques. The right and the left boots are the same shapes. They do not have laces or zippers, making them easy and quick to slip on or off in a hurry, and they can be worn in all sessions with thick felt socks added in winter and removed in summer.